points in this one. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Boy, coaches watch tape all week and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it under the lights, all the excitement, and what do? They forget to protect their quarterback, and they give up a sack on the first play.
Hands it off on the counter. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. He wants to go deep. Goes high to pull it in. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing Simmons. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in.
Touchdown, Missouri! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Ole Miss offense takes the field for the first time in this game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. He'll start this drive firing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the tight end.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game. And so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Just a short pass to the tight end. And tackled there by the defense. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Motion. Snags it and he's open. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They want to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Simmons. Got it. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Tight end now in motion. Simmons on play action. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Pulls and fired complete. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. From the red zone, it's Hardy. Made a defender miss. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his 2nd rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. The windows aren't very big. But this dude right now is feeling it.
And as a defense now, I understand the mission. Palmer, it's pretty simple. They're going to run the football. So I've got to meet that physical challenge, man. I got to stop the run, or else this is going to be a long day for this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Rebels offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. Hauls in the deep ball. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Looking for a crease to the left. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback moving. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got the back in the middle. And that'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Mizzou will use its 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out in the flat for the score.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Gonna let it fly. Makes a deep grab.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 7 team, the BYU Cougars.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Holly, thank you. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Working the middle.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see...
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Got his man downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Looking to throw for it. Moving out to the right. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Simmons on the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Throwing Simmons. Safe completion on the screen. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Now on the counter. There's some room. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Missouri wants to go fast. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Simmons finds his man in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Back's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead.
Offside defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Off play action on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. On the move at the 30. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Now they'll run it to the right here. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the fourth quarter, you can't do much of this much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wide open downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Rebels! Excellent pass by the back on the option. The Rebels surge back on top. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Picks up the first down. Oh, he found a space on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Going with the counter play here. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Now here's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
To the air on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Makes it past the marker. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's got it on the move. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. And the offense just going to spike it here.
To stop the clock. No gain on the play. It's now second and goal.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll try to run it with Frazier. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Frazier again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he knows it's his way into the end zone.
Well, you can't do it better than that, guys. Getting the touchdown with just seconds to go. The extra point will now give them the lead. Maybe time for a kickoff and one more play. If they can just hang on for 2 more plays after this extra point, they're going to win this game.
And it's good. They're on top, and they'll try to hang on in the waning seconds. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Here's Simmons to throw. Got his man. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. out on the field and 4 ticks left to go. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Looking to throw at Simmons. He wants a big play here late. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And there's